What if I told you that picking the right ETFs in 2025 could be like having 3 paychecks instead of 1? Growth, stability, and AI exposure. The investing trifecta for anyone working 9 to 5 who wants their money working 24/7. What's up, everyone? Today, I'm breaking down the 3 best ETFs for 2025 that could potentially transform your investing game while you're busy crushing it at your day job. And don't worry, you won't need to check your phone every 5 minutes during meetings. These are investments designed for people who have actual jobs and live outside of the market. By the way, stick around until the end, where I'll share my free report on the best AI stocks for 2025 that complements these ETFs picks perfectly. Before we dive in, let's talk about why ETFs are perfect for those of us with limited time. First, with over 3,000 ETFs on the market, there are almost as many ETFs as individual stocks now. You get instant diversification without having to do research dozens of companies. Second, they're typically more tax efficient than mutual funds. And third, this is key for 9 to 5 workers. They don't require constant monitoring. You can actually go to your kid's soccer game without worrying about what the market is doing every second. Remember when we used to check our phones at dinner to see texts from friends? Now we're checking to see if our tech stocks are up 0.2% ETFs that can help cure that particular form of modern insanity. Now, with thousands of ETFs out there, how do we narrow it down? I filtered using 3 key criteria: strong historical performance with reasonable expense ratios, exposure to sectors positioned for growth in 2025, risk levels appropriate for working professionals who can't afford to lose their life savings on a Reddit tip. Plus, I've chosen funds that complement each other, giving you that perfect balance of growth potential, stability during the market uncertainty, and exposure to transformative technologies. So, let's get into the picks. ETF pick number 1, Pacer US Cash. My first pick is the Pacer US Cash COWS 100 ETF, ticker symbol COWZ. And yes, I probably chose it because saying cows is oddly satisfying. But seriously, this isn't just a fun ticker. This ETF focuses on companies with high free cash flow yield, meaning they have plenty of money left after paying all expenses, dividends, and buybacks. So what makes this special? Companies in COWS have more than double the market average free cash flow yield. In other words, these businesses are cash generating machines. COWS also specifically targets mid-cap stocks, companies with market caps between $2 billion and $10 billion. This is crucial because most portfolios cover large caps well. Small caps get attention for growth potential, but mid-caps often fall through the cracks. While it might not deliver explosive growth, COWS gives you something equally valuable. Rock-solid companies that tend to weather economic storms better, often pay dividends, and deliver solid total returns over time. Think of this as the foundation of your ETF portfolio, the stability piece of our trifecta. EFT pick number 2, Global X US Infrastructure Development. For our second pick, we're looking at the Global X US Infrastructure Development ETF, ticker PAVE. PAVE. This ETF focuses on companies benefiting from America's infrastructure rebuild. Manufacturing firms, utility companies, businesses involved in developing everything from roads and bridges to data centers. Remember the US Infrastructure Act from 2021 and the CHIPS Act from 2022? That money is flowing into the economy now. And here's what most people don't realize. Most of this spending is contractually committed through 2026, meaning 2025 will see continued strong infrastructure investment regardless of any administration changes. PAVE is up over 26% in 2024, matching the S&P 500, and analysis expects similar performance in 2025. This gives you exposure to a critical sector that's literally building America's future. It's the closest thing to investing in those internal highway construction projects that never seem to end, except PAVE actually deliver results. ETF pick number 3, iShares Semiconductor ETF. Our third pick delivers that AI exposure everyone's after, the iShares Semiconductor ETF, ticker SOXX. SOX. Despite what you might hear about AI being overhyped, we're still in the very early stages. We're transitioning from AI 1.0 to what some call AI 2.0, focusing more on practical software applications and implementations. But no matter which stage of AI we're in, one thing remains constant. We need semiconductors. Lots of them. 2024 was actually an uneven year for chip stocks. Even giants like Nvidia and AMD saw choppy performance. That's why stocks only gained about 11%, underperforming the broader market. But here's where it gets interesting for 2025. Semiconductor companies in this ETF are projected to grow earnings per share by 32% next year. Since earnings growth is the biggest predictor of stock price growth, this sets up stocks for potential outperformance. Plus, instead of stressing about what chip company will win the AI race, stocks lets you own the entire sector. It's like betting that the world will need more chips rather than trying to pick which chip maker will lead the pack. So, how might you balance these 3 ETFs in your portfolio? For someone in their 30s with a moderate risk tolerance, I might suggest 40% in cows for stability and income, 30% in PAVE for solid growth tied to infrastructure spending, 30% in stocks for higher growth potential and AI exposure. This gives you that perfect trifecta of stability, growth, and technology exposure while keeping things simple enough to manage with a busy work schedule. If you found this breakdown valuable, I've put together a special free report called The 7 Best AI Stocks for 2025 that perfectly complements these ETF picks. These are individual companies that might deliver even bigger returns for the portion of your portfolio where you want more concentrated growth. The link is in the description. Just click and download. No email required, no sign-up form. It's my gift to you for watching. Remember, investing isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about consistently building wealth while you sleep, work, and live your life. These 3 ETFs are designed to do exactly that. Grow your money without demanding all your time and attention. Let me know in the comments which of these ETFs you find most interesting, or if you have other ETFs you're eyeing for 2025. As always, this isn't financial advice. Do your research before investing, but I hope I've given you a solid starting point. See you in the next one.